Imagine two friends. They both graduate from university at the same time. They both get jobs that pay exactly the same salary. They both save money every month. Fast forward 10 years. One of them has built hundreds of thousands of dollars in wealth. The other has barely moved forward financially. Here's the surprising part. The richer friend never bought a house. For decades, we've been told that buying a home is always the smartest financial decision you'll ever make. But is that actually true? Or could renting sometimes leave you wealthier? Today, we're going to compare buying versus renting, break down the real costs, expose some common myths, and discover which choice actually helps you build more wealth. Let's get started. Meet John and Sarah. They're both 28 years old. They earn the same salary. They've both saved $40,000. They're looking for a place to live. John has always dreamed of owning a home. He imagines backyard barbecues, decorating every room exactly how he wants, and finally saying goodbye to landlords forever. Sarah has a different idea. She decides to rent a modern apartment close to work. She likes the flexibility. If she gets a better job or wants to move to another city, she can simply pack her bags and leave. At first glance, most people would probably say John is making the smarter financial decision. After all, everyone says renting is just throwing money away. But let's see what actually happens. John finds a house worth $400,000. He puts down 10% as a deposit. That's $40,000 gone before he even gets the keys. Then come the closing costs, legal fees, inspections, moving expenses, insurance. Suddenly thousands more dollars disappear. Now he starts paying his monthly mortgage. But the mortgage isn't the only bill. Every year, there are property taxes, home insurance, maintenance, a leaking roof, a broken water heater, a damaged fence. The lawn needs mowing, the walls need painting. The air conditioner stops working. Unlike renting, every repair comes directly out of John's pocket. Many first-time buyers only think about the mortgage payment, but owning a home is much more expensive than simply making monthly payments to the bank. A house is an asset, but it's also a responsibility. Meanwhile, Sarah moves into her apartment. Every month she pays rent. That's predictable. If something breaks, the landlord pays. If the roof leaks, the landlord fixes it. If the water heater fails, again, it's the landlord's problem. Sarah doesn't need to worry about surprise repair bills. Of course, renting has disadvantages too. Her rent might increase over time. She can't renovate the apartment without permission. She isn't building ownership in the property. And if the landlord decides to sell the building, she may have to move. So renting isn't perfect either. But Sarah has one huge advantage. Every month she spends less than John. And instead of spending every extra dollar on housing, she decides to invest it. Every month, Sarah invests the difference between her housing costs and John's. She doesn't try to get rich overnight. She simply invests consistently. Month after month, year after year. Her investments begin to grow. Then they start earning returns. Those returns begin earning returns of their own. This is the incredible power of compound growth. It's like planting a tiny seed. At first, nothing seems to happen, but over time that seed grows into a tree. Then the tree produces even more seeds. The longer you wait, the faster it grows. Meanwhile, John's house is also increasing in value. As he pays down his mortgage, he builds equity. If property prices rise, his wealth grows too. So who's winning? The answer depends on something many people overlook: opportunity cost. Every dollar you spend on one thing is a dollar you can't invest somewhere else. Buying a home builds equity. Investing builds wealth. The question is whether your home's growth outpaces what your investments could have earned. Here's the truth. There isn't one answer for everyone. Buying can be an excellent decision if you plan to stay in the same area for many years. You buy a home you can comfortably afford, interest rates are reasonable, and you properly maintain the property. Renting may actually be the better choice if you expect to move frequently. Housing prices are unusually high. you value flexibility, or you're disciplined enough to invest the money you save every month. The biggest mistake isn't renting, and it isn't buying. The biggest mistake is choosing either option without a financial plan. A renter who never invests may fall behind. A homeowner buried under too much debt may struggle for decades. Neither choice automatically creates wealth. Your financial habits matter much more. So, is buying better than renting? Sometimes. Is renting better than buying? Sometimes. The smartest financial decision depends on your income, your goals, where you live, how long you plan to stay, and, most importantly, what you do with your money. Remember, buying a house doesn't automatically make you wealthy. Renting doesn't automatically keep you poor. Wealth is built by consistently making smart financial decisions over many years. So before you rush to buy a house or dismiss renting altogether, take a step back. Run the numbers, think long-term, and choose the option that moves you closer to your financial goals. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who's trying to decide whether buying or renting is the right choice. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.